Hi, thank you for purchasing Snap Hoop Monster for your multi-needle machine. You're gonna love what you can do with Snap Hoop Monster. Let's take a look. You've already applied your adhesive centering guides to the top of the Snap Hoop Monster magnetic frame. And now let's go ahead and mark other parts of the hoop using that top frame as a guide. I like to place my hoop on a non-slip surface, and then I just place my top frame on the bottom frame. And I want to make sure that it's aligned horizontally. And then I take a ruler and position that ruler so that the edge is on the 0 of the top frame. And then with a Sharpie, I'm just going to mark that bottom frame. And then I'll do the same thing for the sides. And I just slide the top over so that I can get the vertical or the horizontal line. Again, I'm using my ruler to align with the 0, and then I just mark my bottom frame like that. And I'll put a little mark here so that I can extend it once I remove that top frame. You'll probably also want to mark the other side, the magnetic side of the top frame. So we'll just do that in the very same fashion, using the ruler to align and draw right onto the frame. I want to make sure that it's aligned in that fashion, and then we'll just use that ruler and mark our hoop. When you're doing flat items, such as towels, you'll place your metal frame on a hooping surface, cover the hoop with a stabilizer, and then take your flat fabric. In this case, I have a terry cloth towel, and I'm just placing that in the center of the frame. And then I take my top frame and just drop it in place. I'm going to use my hands to make sure that the frames are aligned. I can feel through that terry cloth. And then if I have a little bit of ripple in here, no worries, because it's a flat connection between the top and bottom, I can pull and tug on that fabric and make sure it's nice and taut within that frame, and I won't have any fiber distortion. Now it's time to take this over to the machine. It's a good idea when attaching to a machine to have the body of the towel or fabric extending, away from the throat. And then we're just going to make sure that the other little piece of fabric is not going to be caught underneath the frame. And we just slide the arms of the hoop into the arm on the machine and snap it into place. And then we open up that design area, and you'll use the editing features on your machine to make sure that your first needle is centered over your target sticker. You can rotate the embroidery design to make sure that your design is stitching in the right orientation. It's as easy as that. When hooping tubular items, finished goods like a tote bag or a t-shirt or sweatshirt, you're going to hoop in a different fashion. Mark the center of your design area as normal, and then I like to hoop on the totally tubular hooping station. It's 2 boards connected with a post, and that allows me to slide a tubular item over the top board and creates a nice, flat, firm hooping surface. So we're going to take our magnetic frame and we're going to flip it over so the magnetic side is up, and I'll place that on the board. And then I'm going to dress the board with my tote bag or my tubular item. I have stabilizer already inside, and I'm just going to slide this over the frame. And I'll center that target sticker within the hoop, the magnetic frame, and then I just place my top frame in place. Make sure that all of the edges are aligned, and remember, it's 2 flat surfaces, so you can make sure that that fabric is taut by pulling to make sure you're satisfied with the position. Now we'll go over to the machine. An optional accessory for your multi-needle machine is the hoop platform, and it's just going to extend that free arm and provide a nice strong surface for your materials that you're hooping. To attach it, just slide it over the free arm and all the way slide it to the back, and then it's going to provide that nice strong surface. Then I open up my tote bag and slide the frame, get those handles out of the way, and then just attach the arms of the Snap Hoop Monster into the arms of the machine. And it's as easy as that. Now, if you have difficulty putting the hoop arms into the big arm, well, maybe it's because the hoop is not compatible with the arm, the embroidery arm that you have attached to the machine. So confer to the compatibility chart and make sure you have the right arm attached to your machine.